Children of the night, what music they make.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What's up?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash you a bit.
Oh, welcome to Final Guys. There be werewolves within this episode.
Sound like a pirate.
Beware
Werewolves
the
and
moon,
pirates.
lads. Stick to the road. Beware the wars.
Somebody needs to make a werewolf pirate movie. I think that would be awesome.
I'm in. Anything with pirates, I'm in.
Lucky plank. All right. Final Guys are back. Werewolves Within is clearly the main feature tonight. Hunter, Jason, Timmy. How's it going, fellas?
It's going great.
Fabulous.
Not too shabby.
Okay, we're going to keep this baby going because we want to watch the All-Star game. So
I'm watching it right now. I'm not going to pay attention to
Hunter's gonna
anything
keep us,
you guys say tonight.
Going to keep us posted.
Exactly.
Before we get going, anything to get off your chest?
Nope.
I got a book in the mail from someone special. It is Moonblood by one Sheridan Bradford.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm
Do
very
you have
excited.
your Moonblood? Yes, it's my Moonblood time.
I'm very excited to read this, and I figure it's fitting because it's a werewolf book. So
That's very true.
Yeah. That's a nice cover he's got, too.
oh, it's awesome. Yeah, I love it.
That's
How
a
many
good book.
pages?
No jokes. Good shit.
It's
How many would make him one Malignant Summer?
this is like half the size of a Malignant. So
Did he sign it?
he did sign it.
Every word in that signature is a drinking word.
You know, I'm noticing a pattern here. When everybody gets signed books, I'm always like, where's mine? They just never seem to show up in the mail. It's very strange.
Where's mine? Not going to read it now.
You got to ask.
I start kicking some ass.
You gotta pay for them. Usually, you pay for them unless you're Jack, and then you get shit for free.
I mean, that's the thing. I pay for them. So
Yeah, I guess I'm expecting free things and they just don't come. I think that's on me.
Sheridan.
Jason, put Jack's number up on the screen for the rest of the night.
Okay, hang on.
555.
Klondike 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, ready for some news? News
No.
can be quick.
No, we're talking about Sheridan drinking words.
Drinking
All right.
words. The news is the first piece of news is we have drinking words.
There we go.
Wow, nice.
So we're going to mix it up tonight. When we say these words, you got to pop a tab of fentanyl. Let's see who survives. So Jack's words tonight are prequel, Flint, and widow. Mine are Scooby, crossbow, and generator. Breck. We're back to Breck. That's a repeat, but whatever. It's good. Pipeline, beaver, and twist. Jason's words are cold, dog, and game. And if any of us say comedy, horror, or werewolf, get ready to die.
What about werewolf?
Werewolf. I'm no.
That's a social.
You've worked so hard at it that now we're starting to think, all right, we think we fixed you through shame and abuse.
It still feels weird. Like my tongue won't roll the L, but I'm trying.
Werewolf.
Oh,
Wolf.
Wolf. Glenn Rolf.
Wolf. Let's see how many times you screwed up tonight. Maybe we should do a count.
Maybe I just won't say that word.
Good luck.
I'll start calling them wares or some stupid shit.
Lycanthropes.
Okay. Horror news, real quick.
Yep.
Hunter Shea. When the topic of vampire books comes up, you always, and I've held one of your copies in my hand that you own. You mentioned a series that you love called Necroscope.
Brian Lumley. The best.
Well, pal, it's finally going to make it to the big screen.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Revelations Entertainment has acquired the rights to Lumley's series, which includes like 18 or 19 books that go from like 1986 to 2013. And this is going to not just be movies. This is like cross-platform. Episodic TV, animated features, video games, graphic novels, and other emerging formats. So they're going all in.
Wow.
I feel like this is like Walking Dead where they're gonna, get all the screens they can.
I
with
mean,
this.
it's expansive, and it goes through time travel and other worlds and stuff. There's a lot that goes on in these books, so you're gonna need all that room if you're gonna do it right.
I really need to read these.
They're so good. The first one is a little tough, but the rest are amazing.
In what the guy says who's making it, he says a bunch of things, but what jumped out at me, there's so much to love about this series, but for me it boils down to one thing: greatest bad guy ever.
Yes, terrifying. Yes. Hope they don't screw that up.
Well, I'm glad this is happening because there's no way I'm going to make it through an 18-book series in my lifetime.
And these books are fat. So.
Oh, really? So this is going to be a big endeavor.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's like the Game of Thrones of vampires.
Never read it, though.
You have the first one?
I do have the first one, yeah.
And you saying it's tough? That's not making me want to start.
Well, I'm saying to me, like when I went back and read the first one for like, I hadn't read any of them for like 15 years. I read the first one. Like, to me, it seemed too slow because I knew it was coming after. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's different, but it's laying the groundwork for decades of craziness.
All right. Looking forward to it. Maybe I'll just watch it on TV.
Yeah, there you go.
Giddy up.
Shortcut.
Okay. Before I get to the second piece of news, I'd just like to give a big shout out to all our friends, the cultists in the chat room tonight. How's it going, everybody in there?
Woo! Final people.
Random positivity. I don't know how to handle this.
That's the most positive I think you've ever been
Really
on the show.
appreciate you guys and your opinions.
Do any of them owe you like something that you want from them?
All right, back to the news.
You have to pay. Was that a bet that you lost or something that you had to
man,
do?
I'm just Mr. Positivity,
Okay,
as
all right.
usual. Up with people, baby.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever.
Look at C Farmer's photos. Little.
It's
comment
weird
that he
because
said.
he's a photographer. So why would you use your jacked up photo?
Because we were out doing photography one day, and I took the picture of him taking a picture.
If I take a picture of you, will you take a picture of me?
1 hour photo situation.
Oh.
All right. Recently, Hunter and I were guests on the Paleo Cheese podcast, just like dropped yesterday, where we compared and contrasted the original Evil Dead to the remake, the 2013 remake. Great episode. Go check it out. Chad Lutsky, our man. That's his podcast.
I'm going to be on that pile on Friday. He must be lining us up again.
Recycling through the bottom. There we go.
Conversely, coincidentally, Evil Dead is going to return to the theaters for their 40th anniversary this October 7th.
Oh,
I will go
see that in the theater again.
Yeah, there. Yeah, Hunter, we should coordinate. That feels like a good night out.
That would be awesome.
When did that come out? 81?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even born, so I wouldn't mind checking that out.
Yeah, I think I was 12 when I saw that.
That was my retirement party. I remember.
Let's go see this. This was a family movie with me. That was Dad took us to see that. And this other pleasant movie, Gates of Hell.
It's good.
Gates of Hell.
Yeah.
I'm sure the rape scene in the woods went over well.
For me as a child, it was enlightening. I figured that's the way you made babies.
I saw that. I did not see it when it first came out. I saw it like in one of its runs at our local theater. I was a teenager. That scene never fazed me. It was just another horror. So okay.
No, just like, oh, cool. I wish there was blood.
Exactly.
That's what I wish there was blood. And their clothes were off. Like as a 12-year-old, that's what you want. But I won't let my wife look at Groot too long. I get a little jealous. Stop looking at him.
Jesus Christ.
So October 7th is a Thursday night, so it's a school night. So you're gonna have to stay out late. That's
good. That's the best kind.
All right. That's all the news fit the print. So do the thing with the thing.
We
have such sights to show you.
Tim managed to get through that entire section without saying a word.
Oh God! By the way, Mr. Farmer, this is not a couch toilet. I'm in my living room, so I can watch the game while we do this.
It looks like he's in the church bathroom now.
I know that stained glass window up top. We don't know what that is.
Yes. Pea stained glass.
It's like some family crest. Not my family.
All right, Tim, since you're so talkative, you go first. What the hell did you watch?
Oh boy, what the hell did I watch this week? I know what I watched. I saw this movie pop up on Shudder, and it has to do with nightmares. So like, I was immediately invested in it. It's a movie called Horsehead from 2014.
Don't know that one.
No idea.
Horsehead bookends. Horsehead bookends.
This is a very strange movie. But yeah, it's about this girl who's like haunted by like these nightmares since she was a kid. And they always end in like this creepy ass horse head that like comes through like this curtain. And so she kind of just like grows up and she starts to experiment with like some therapy doctor guy, like how to lucid dream and kind of combat these nightmares. And then she's got like a grandmother who is sick. And then there's like also a police investigation going on, and it just kind of like gets crazy. This movie is out of control.
Is it French?
It's not in France. It's I think it was shot in France. I think the director is French.
There's a lot of French names in there.
The movie's in English. But this movie is great. If you like super surreal, like trippy, dreamy stuff, I think you might like this. But it's out there. It's really wacky and kind of hard to follow. So so if that's like your thing, then you might like it. I was kind of like, I thought it was okay. I do like movies like that, but I've seen like better ones. But it's interesting. It's definitely interesting, and you could tell it was low budget, but they did a really good job with some of the effects. And like the horse head was actually super effective and creepy. So I don't know. It's on Shudder. It's only an hour and a half. So
I'm shocked none of us have ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's I'd never heard of it either. I was like, Horsehead, what the hell is this?
Yeah, God knows where they found that.
The weirdness
there was
makes
somebody
me think
in that
of.
movie whose last name was Head.
Did you ever see Jughead?
Yeah,
Yes.
I like Jughead.
Okay, I was gonna say, was it weird like that? Because that was a strange one.
That is strange, but that was more coherent, I think, than this movie. This movie is
Jughead is more coherent.
Oh,
Wow,
that's it. Not watching a horse.
That's
head
crazy.
at all.
Check, please.
Done.
but yeah, it's just weird, man. It's very visual and just strange. I don't know. It's worth watching though, I think. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice flip flop.
I don't know.
All right, Jason, what do you got?
I finally watched this movie that came out last year called Run, Hide, Fight. The school shooter film.
Oh,
Pleasant.
I actually thought this was really good. Like it ended, and I was like, I don't really have many complaints. I mean, the cops are kind of idiots who don't do anything, but everything inside the school is interesting, and the cast is awesome. Rhoda Mitchell, Thomas Jane, Treat Williams shows up. I didn't even know Treat Williams is still acting.
Oh, wow.
Freaking love that guy. Barbara Crampton is great in it. My wife didn't recognize her because she doesn't have blonde hair in it, and she had to actually look it up. I'm like, look, I know Barbara Crampton. Okay,
Yeah.
like, come on. It's just people keep showing up, and they're just great. God, who did I see? Damn it, the guy from SS Doom Trooper. I know him from all these bad sci-fi movies. He shows up. It's killing me. I can't think of his name now. Corin Nemec. Corin Nemec shows up.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
God damn,
him.
this movie's great. It's basically Die Hard in a school, but with a 17 or an 18-year-old girl. But they don't have her kicking the shit out of 6'5" football players or anything. Everything she does feels possible. Maybe extreme, like to do it consecutively and survive might be a bit of a stretch, but nothing felt ridiculous. And I tell you what, I feel like this flew under the radar. Maybe because it was released on whatever the hell that website was.
It was that weird conservative.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think maybe it went under the wire because nobody can see it. But
I don't think people want to see it though.
it's a good movie, dude.
It's
I
the
like it.
subject matter that
Well,
a lot of
Jason,
people aren't going to want to watch.
Jason, remember what I said about this movie though? Like, it's kind of like a typical Die Hard spinoff, but the thing that like kind of separates it is the school violence, and some of the like people getting shot in the school is what like, puts you in this awkward place of, is this entertainment or should I not be watching this?
They don't cut away. I mean, as soon as it starts, they just execute a teenager like boom. It's like holy shit. But it was like surprisingly well made. I was pretty surprised at how well made the movie is. It's just good stuff. And with a cast like that, I sometimes see stuff like this and I'm thinking, why don't other low budget movies do this? Like you can get Treat Williams probably for not a lot of money. You can get Barbara Crampton and all these people who are going to elevate your movie. You know, it's not like Thomas Jane probably was the majority of the budget getting him in it, but the cast was great. I mean,
I think a lot of it's also like who you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like Treat is like, dude, you want to come hang out, get your meatball farm, do a couple scenes?
Meatball farm.
Fuck yeah.
A meatball farm.
yeah, when he showed up, I was like, is that Treat Williams? Get the fuck out of here. I was like, yeah, it is.
He's
I know
awesome.
Where's this movie available now? Is it still on that same?
No, it's on Prime now or something. Isn't it?
It's on Prime.
I don't know. I watched it with my friend. I actually, I don't know if it's still only.
I'm pretty sure it's available, like
everywhere
for the general public.
EIB network.
Worth a watch.
Mega dittos.
Good stuff.
Hunter.
Okay, so Saturday night, one of my Patreons, because Jason, you've been involved with one of our movie watches, so this one guy couldn't make one, so he said, "Hey, do you want to just watch one together?" I'm like, "Sure." So we went. We were going to stream something on Tubi, but you can't stream a movie on Tubi on one of these platforms. It blocks it, so you can hear it, but you can't see it. They block the video on Zoom, at least. So we went on to YouTube. I said, let's look for a Bigfoot movie, and we found Snow Beast. Did you ever see this movie from 1977?
No.
I don't think so, but
No.
Yeah. So this centers around a ski resort. And there is naturally a Bigfoot roaming around the ski resort doing, Bigfooty things. Bo Svensson is in this movie. Big ass Nordic. He's this giant blonde guy who was just in a lot of like schlocky movies back in the day.
Wow.
Oh, that's Snow Beast. That's another Snow Beast.
Oh,
That's
of course.
from 2011.
Was he in
one I
Walking
watched was
Tall?
1977. Yes, Buford T. Pusser. We're watching it, and then like some of the dissolves, I'm like, oh, this is a TV movie. And you know what? It was made pretty well for a TV movie. Clint Walker's in it too. He's a sheriff. So for you old folks, you'll get a kick out of this cast. But it's basically this Bigfoot, not a Yeti, because it's a Bigfoot because they're here in America or whatever. It kidnaps a girl and murders her. Oh, dude, that's like the best you ever see of the Bigfoot right there.
That image is hilarious.
Yeah,
That's
the face
great.
is pretty cool. There is if you like watching people like skiing and riding snowmobiles for long stretches of time, searching for people or Bigfoots, this is your jam. You're going to just love watching this beautiful white landscape.
Wow. That
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
I got to tell you though, I love the nostalgia of TV movies and just the way they look and sound. There's a certain aesthetic to them.
Doug Flutie.
I know he had great hair. You could see far worse Bigfoot movies. They don't show enough Bigfoot in this, but it's a TV movie. It is what it is.
Vanilla Face is checked in.
Yo, Bigfoot was a vanilla face in this movie. So, for the completists out there, check it out. I think it's better. Look, Jack, remember we did a whole Monster Men on made-for-TV horror movies. This is one of them, and it's better made than most of the crap that they put out now, believe it or not.
Looking at those pictures, I have not seen that one. Sometimes I see those and I go, oh, I didn't realize I was watching that when I was watching it when I was a kid. I don't
Yeah.
remember that one.
It's on YouTube for free. So if you got some
Those-
time at work,
Skiing scenes looked riveting.
we were laughing. Like by the third time, there was like extended skiing. We're like, oh my God, we get it. They're on skis looking for something.
Got to fill the runtime, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of padding in there for sure.
Most of the bad movies I watch, there's a lot of driving in them.
Mm.
They're trying to get to an hour and 20 minutes.
I will say every guy who was in this movie was about the size of like a razorback gorilla. These are the hugest men you've ever seen. And all the women were super tiny around them. So it was kind of funny watching that.
Lovely.
This is how I get my kicks. Oh, look, big man, little lady.
All right. I decided, because I heard that there's going to be a sequel to this movie, that I needed to go back and revisit Orphan from 2009.
Oh, I like that movie.
Good movie.
And yeah, I have to say, if you haven't seen this movie, you should really check it out, because I think it's one of those one that is under the radar a little bit with people. And if you haven't seen it in a while, the thing that I kind of forgot about this movie, this has Peter Sarsgaard, Vera Farmiga, and Isabel Furman as the little girl, she's amazing. But
Yeah.
listen, Vera Farmiga is the MVP of this movie, and it made me appreciate her. She's like today's the All-Star game, right?
Yes.
I don't know if like Vera Farmiga is like in a lot of stuff, but it's like she's not quite like A-list, but she's like, if she was a baseball player, like you take her every year in your fantasy league, and she's like, it's super dependable, get on base, like
Yeah.
Consistent.
She puts
consistent.
everything into what she doesn't just write shit off. Like these Conjuring movies, she could go into them half conscious if she wanted to,
Yeah.
but she doesn't.
So she throws herself into it. And this, she does such a great job in this. And the fun thing about this is when you look at the poster for this movie, it just looks like disposable crap.
Yep.
And it's not. It's a surprisingly good movie with a great twist. If you don't know the twist, don't read anything about it and just watch it.
Yeah, just watch it.
But if you haven't seen it, like I said, I saw this a long time ago and haven't really thought about it much. Very fun to go back and watch a second time. And for me, I kind of forgot how kind of brutal it gets towards the end.
Mhm.
Yep.
So thoughts on Orphan?
I love it.
I really, really like that movie. I love the twist. And now I'm loving Vera Farmiga's darker hair. I always think of her as a blonde now, but kind of like the dark hair. Is that
Okay.
wrong to
Not at all
compliment a
great.
woman on her hair anymore? Is that we can't say that?
I don't know. My rule book was delayed. I'm
Yeah,
behind.
whatever. Fuck it.
I
said it.
actually think that's a great movie. I've watched it twice. It's been a couple years now, but yeah, I don't know that people necessarily think of that one as kind of a modern classic, but of horror movies of the last 10 years, I mean, it's definitely upper tier. I mean, it's good shit. And yeah, you're right. That ending, the first time I watched, I was like, Jesus, like, what is this? It's good stuff.
There's supposed to be a sequel, by the way.
That's why I was saying. That's why I watched it. The girl, Isabel Furman is going to come back. So I'm curious to see how they pull that off, because clearly she's grown up.
I
Yeah.
think she might look a little older now. Maybe.
But, you know, Marvel has shown us you can DH people in movies. I don't know if they would go to that kind of expense, but I'm curious to see what they do, because that girl is so talented. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a good job concealing the end of that movie where things go. It's good shit. I think I said good stuff like 10 times about this movie now.
Really good shoe.
I'm eloquent.
All right, Tim,
It's
open up
interesting.
that pretty mouth.
All right.
Whoa. Where are
So,
we going?
I'm still into like the trippy, surreal kind of psychedelic movies. So I heard about this movie that came out a little while ago. Actually, maybe it only came out like a couple weeks ago. It's called Censor.
Oh, I've heard of this.
Mhm.
So, Jason, I know you watched it this week as well. So,
Which we did not plan.
we did not plan.
Just happened.
Only found out that we watched the same movie about 10 minutes before we're about to record. So, but yeah, so this takes place in the 80s during like the video nasty era. And it stars this woman who works for like the censorship committee in England. and her job is to basically watch all these crazy horror movies and tell them what they should cut out of it to get it past the censorship committee.
When it's in the
job
UK
ever.
too, when they were outright banning movies.
Yes, yep, and like that's kind of part of it too, like where what should be banned, what shouldn't be banned, and that's kind of a whole thread. But she has like this backstory where her sister was either abducted or just went missing in the woods when they were kids, and she kind of feels a little bit responsible. And so when she's watching one videotape, she recognizes something in one of them that reminds her of her past with her missing sister, and it sparks her like on this like adventure to go find out, dig deeper into the disappearance, and from there it just kind of goes insane. And this movie was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's kind of like it's like a combination between like a straight up horror movie and also just like a mystery detective, kind of like an amateur sleuth type story. But I really dug it. I don't know what you thought of it, Jason, but I really enjoyed this movie, especially in like the latter half of the movie where it just goes absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, I'm going to preface this with I was exhausted while watching this, so I kind of need to watch it again to give it more of a fair shake. And it didn't help that while I'm exhausted, I'm watching the movie, and the first half is quite slow. So
it is slow. It definitely builds, but I found it interesting though, because I find that whole censorship stuff just like an interesting topic in and of itself. And you're right, there's like a lot of scenes of them just watching these like movies and just kind of building up the character a little bit and like building up the world that she's in. But I don't know, I liked it. I thought they did a good job pacing wise. It was still interesting to me.
It's short. It's maybe an hour and 20 minutes. I mean,
yeah, it's not long.
It's not long at all. To me, there's not much more loathsome than a film censor. So I found it kind of interesting to watch like her process of like, oh, we need to take out 4 frames here of the eyeball thing and blah, blah, blah. And, but you're right. The ending is so crazy. That's the main reason I want to watch it again. The end just goes off the freaking rails. and they play with the aspect ratio. It
Oh
changes.
my god,
Yes.
They do, yeah.
times.
You're burying the lead.
Born.
But there was like a reason for that. It wasn't like there was a good reason for that.
I was kind of falling asleep, and I was just like, boom, 6-12. Here we go. Aspect ratio changing. Let's go.
You
I
went
like
from
it.
6 to midday. 6 to midnight.
So yeah, I thought it was. I didn't love it, and that's why I want to watch it again to see if if I'm fully conscious, if I appreciate it more. But some very cool stuff in it for sure.
I think it'd be a good idea to always have somebody watch one of the movies Tim watches in the same week, so we can get 2 opinions on it.
Yeah, really.
Listen, I mean, it's not like
You need a chaperone.
it's not like my favorite movie I've ever seen, but like I enjoyed it. I would totally watch it again. I don't know if a lot of people are gonna like it though. It's one of those movies where
It's strange.
it's strange and it goes places you weren't expecting, but I was really into it, and I definitely want to watch it again. I don't know if people are gonna like it. Like I don't know if you guys will like it. You two idiots.
You never know. It could tickle my ivories.
That's
it
fair.
might not.
That's a fair assessment. For
Yeah,
me.
because we're old enough to have what's that? Oh, discernible taste. That's it.
The fact that you didn't like this Horsehead movie really makes me not want to watch it.
Oh, the fact they said that it's less coherent than Jughead was done.
Jug handle phase? Is that what you're
Jug handles phases. Jug's head. Jugs.
Jughead.
A Russ Meyer film.
Isn't Jug Handle a Jersey thing?
It is a Jersey thing.
Sure is.
No left turns, only
Thou
jug
shalt
handles.
not make a left turn.
No left turn, Snooky.
The F.
But yeah, I don't know. This was I don't know. I enjoyed it. I kind of would like to do an entire episode on this, maybe when it becomes more widely available. I think it was like $7.99 rental. If I'm
That sounds right.
correctly.
Ooh, that's up there.
Money
The hell?
bags over here.
Yeah, but I think it was worth it. So
Is it available for pirating?
Is
don't-
it everything?
we don't do that.
Yeah. We're not like other shows.
Yeah, we pay for our shit,
That's right.
Jack.
Wow.
You cheap bastard.
Yeah. Books, maybe not.
Okay, so that's the 2 of you.
Yep.
Hunter.
Two birds, one stone. All right. Is everyone sitting down?
No.
I know what's coming.
I'm actually standing up
I
right now.
saw Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't understand this.
I went to the movie theater to see Black Widow.
I want to preface this by saying, in the long run, I don't give a crap what you thought about this movie, but I'm curious to see what you thought of this movie. There we go.
What interested me beyond Scarlett Johansson in a really tight white outfit? No, kidding.
No, you're not.
Is Florence Pugh in the same tight
Florence
white
Pugh
outfit?
in the same tight white outfit. I saw reviews that they said, look, this is not like a comic book movie. This is like a bonkers James Bond movie. And I was like, all right. And then my oldest daughter, who is all into all the Marvel movies, has watched them all many times. So she's my buddy for these. So I took her to see it. And I have to tell you, I had a really good time with this movie. I thought this movie was good from start to end. It's ridiculous. It is. Like she's human. Like she doesn't have any superpowers. Her superpower is she could take a beating. Mike Tyson couldn't have knocked her out in his prime. I mean, good God. There were times I'm just like, nah, like her brains would be scrambled here. There'd be oatmeal coming out her ears. But who cares? Ultimately, it is a comic book movie. But I like the fact that of course, they always do the origin story. So this is a family in America, in Ohio, but they're actually Russian agents, and they're not really a family. And then as we get back to they're all 21 years later. She's Black Widow. She meets up with her sister, who's been an assassin. Florence Pugh, who's her name? Florence?
Yeah.
She's really good.
Oh, she's great.
I had a blast. I mean, in fact, Scarlett Johansson kind of was like, hey, everybody, you are Jesus, you take the wheel. Dude from Stranger Things, he was
David Arbor.
Fucking amazing. I could have watched him all day. That movie could have gone 7 hours. And as long as he's in it, I could have watched him just doing his thing the entire time. And Rachel Weisz, a little more centered than the others, but she was great too. It's a lot of fun.
She gets the least to do in the movie out of all of them.
Yeah. But it's important. She's pivotal.
It's important, but she has less character. She's the least funny out of them, especially.
Yes, but they're all of all the action that goes on. Like my favorite part was when they're all together in the house for the first time. I mean, that whole scene was great. So if you just want to have fun, mindless, good time, Black Widow is definitely what you need for summer, man. I was a blast.
I'm just gonna wait for it to hit Disney Plus and watch it.
One of the great things about my office is we have a lot of Marvel fans, and from everybody who saw it, the consensus went from like people who really liked it to it was pretty good. It falls kind of in the mid range.
Yeah.
It's not anybody's favorite. They're not going to go. It's no end game or something like that. But
if people who are looking for superheroes in tights, they're not going to like it. If you're just looking for, she's like a female James Bond who can take a beating.
What everybody did love, especially from my perspective, was the character stuff. I could watch them sitting around the dinner table. Florence Pugh has a running joke in it that makes the movie.
Yeah.
And her and Harbor steal the show, and they basically introduce two new people that MCU fans are going to love and want to see in other stuff. And Florence Pugh's going to show up in the Hawkeye Disney Plus show that's coming down the line. This was totally a pass the baton to Florence Pugh movie.
Right. Well, I wonder if they'll, because they bring comic book characters back to life all the time. If enough money is made, Scarlett will be like, oh, maybe one more time we could do this. Well,
they're playing around with the multiverse right now, so anybody could show up at any moment.
Exactly.
As a different version of themselves. But I see she'll probably take a few years off, and then when it's time for the big event movie, you'll see.
Yeah. I had a good time. It was way better than Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
Way better.
It takes nothing to be better.
That was like the last one I saw.
I don't think I saw Captain Marvel.
If you want to watch good stuff, though, the Disney Plus Marvel shows I have really enjoyed.
I still got to watch them.
I watched WandaVision, and the end of that was so not I so didn't give a shit that I didn't
The
even watch.
final episode of WandaVision got
It's not good.
had kind of like the big bad in the sky
Yeah,
kind of thing.
the show
going.
started up here and then it ended down here, and I was like,
Oh, it's like a Dean
the,
Koontz
the,
book.
the last episode of Loki is this week, and Loki's been really fun. So I'm hoping that they stick the landing.
I have seen every Marvel thing in the movie theater, and this is the first one I'm not. I have just fallen off a cliff with interest since Endgame, and it was already starting because Black Panther was fine, Captain Marvel sucked. I didn't like Ant-Man and the Wasp. I didn't think that was particularly good. So it's just
I liked Ant-Man.
I love the first Ant-Man.
Yeah.
The sequel. The quality seems to be wavering so much now that I'm just I don't know, starting to lose interest. Why you give me that look, Tim?
It's a
I don't know. Just
Okay.
feel like making fun of you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
All right.
Gonna
Well,
make a Hunter any score in the game?
it's second inning and it's 0-0.
And the
Aaron
All-Star
Judge
game
now
is
up.
nothing.
Mhm. They usually don't score much in this game. Only because you got these.
He's got the best pitcher.
Every inning's the best pitcher. Yeah, you know.
Who started? Did the Mets guy DeGrom start?
He's not pitching.
No, he's
Oh.
hurt.
He didn't
or he's
go.
just coming back from an injury.
He's chilling out. But Otani pitched. He led off and he pitched.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay,
Jason's
so
like, shut up.
am I up? Because Jason,
Yes,
you went.
you're up.
Okay. The week I was off, I actually listened to the podcast, except I skipped the main feature because I haven't seen it yet. But Tim, you talked about The Unholy.
Yes.
I watched The Unholy. What's his name? What is his name? With Jeffrey Dean Morgan,
Yep.
Katie Aselton from The League,
William Sadler, I see.
William Sadler, Carrie Elwes.
Ugh.
It's a good cast. Shut up, Hunter. I swear to God.
Oh, God, please. Men in Science.
This movie starts off and it kind of feels like a throwback to Hammer movies. There's like a witch getting hung and stuff like that. Start watching it for the first few minutes. You're like, wait a minute, is this going to be better than I expect? And then it's not.
Met expectations.
It one of the things that kills it has a great cast. Nobody's mailing anything in. They're getting paid, they're playing their roles. Not a ton to work with. The special effects are so hokey that it really hurts it. It's that like it feels like the 90s CG kind of stuff going on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I remember it looked like that in the coming attractions.
Yeah.
I was like, oh boy.
But I've watched a few older movies. One that I'm probably going to talk about next week. And it just made me think, I was like, yeah, but there's a lot of older horror movies where you see, like, I heard you guys talking about, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, what's he doing in a movie like this? But these people, this is paychecks for them. And they don't know what it's going to look like at the end.
Yeah.
So get these people in stuff. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting watch, though, watching a veteran cast like this. Like, what's her name? Katie Aselton. You know who this is? Duplass's wife. She was in the League.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's his real life wife?
Yeah. She plays this character that they don't know how to characterize her. Like, she keeps changing kind of who she is from scene to scene. Like, one time she's like really serious, and the next scene she's got a flirty. It's strange, but basically it's a little girl who's like deaf. There's a miracle, and then they think that it's the Virgin Mary. But maybe it's something sinister. It's something sinister, obviously. And so the most interesting aspect of it, I think, is that this town in New England becomes like one of those spots, like I guess Lourdes, in where these spots where like, oh, the Virgin Mary fountain is bleeding, and then people do pilgrimages there, and it's good for tourism.
Yeah,
and it's good for the church. So
I got a Virgin Mary
stuff
potato
there.
chip in my freezer.
Yeah, I'll eat
Definitely
it
see
when I
it.
come over.
Want to pray to it?
So yeah, Unholy, did not expect it to be good, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It was Tim's favorite movie of the year last week.
No, it wasn't.
What Tim? Just recap. Is that how you felt, or what?
I think I said it was like subpar.
He was kinder to it than you.
I was kinder to it only because I know this was a movie that got wrecked by COVID. Like they were like in the middle of shooting it when they had to shut down, and like there was like a bunch of like weird stuff going on. I just found it interesting that it was based off that James Herbert novel, The Shrine. So I kind of liked it for that aspect. But you're right, like the some of the special effects were not good. Some of the worst special effects I've seen in a while, actually. In a movie.
And if COVID is why that happened, then I feel bad for them.
I know, I feel bad too, because like the story itself wasn't too bad, but this was also a movie where like I watched the trailer and I was like, I didn't see any of the special effects because I don't really watch like the whole trailer. I'll watch like 60% of it and then I'll tap out because usually trailers ruin shit for me. Yep. But I was watching the trailer, I'm like, wow, this movie is awesome. Like it sounds like it has a great story, and then like the trailer was nothing like the actual movie itself. So
I knew from the trailer that it was gonna suck.
Yeah,
garbage.
But I don't know.
I watched more of the trailer than you.
I mean, like you said, like the cast is great. They all did a great job acting in it. I really liked Carrie Elwes' accent. I thought that was
yeah, his Boston accent is hilarious.
It was so good.
To cleanse my palate, I did watch Robin Hood Men in Tights the other day.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Should have followed it up with Saw.
That's the zenith of his career.
Princess Bride
Princess Bride.
Or Princess Bride.
I'm sorry.
Get it right. That movie's amazing.
All right, I've lost track. Where are we? Tim?
Jason now. No, wait. Tim.
Jason
I got
doubled up with Tim.
Tim talks so much there. I thought it was his turn.
Sorry. First you complain that I don't talk enough.
I never complain when you don't talk enough.
You guys are terrible. Anyway, I read a book this week.
Shocker.
And it is by the one and only Clive Barker. And that book is Sacrament.
Oh, I read that.
It's got a nice little fox on it.
Yep.
Where's the fox? There he is.
Yeah, what the hell is that cover?
Cute little fox. Yeah, this is an interesting Clive Barker book. It is completely different than like anything he's ever written before. Very little like supernatural stuff going on, which is wild because if you read all of his other stuff, it's a lot of fantasy and like dark fantasy and kind of mixed in with like reality and some real stuff. But this was
versions.
Yeah. A lot of sexy stuff. There's sexy stuff in this book too. But it's not as wild sexy stuff as like some of his other stuff. Anyway, it's about a photographer who does like freelance work for like National Geographic and a lot of these like nature magazines. And he's up in Canada when he gets attacked by a bear, like the Revenant. Like he gets fucking destroyed by this bear, and he kind of slips into like a mini coma. And while he's recovering, he has like these visions that flash back to when he was a kid, and he met like these two strange people who have kind of like these supernatural powers. So that's where the supernatural stuff comes in, but it's very slight. And then so like when he grows up, when he gets out of the coma and he's back into his adult world, he kind of is trying to track these people down, and like there's just different characters that come in and out of his life, and it explores like the AIDS crisis like in San Francisco, and it kind of just travels through like all these like different time periods. It's really cool. I really like the book. I think I love Barker's writing. I think he's one of the best writers, especially in the horror genre, that we've ever had, and the man knows how to tell a story. So I really enjoyed it. I can see why people wouldn't like it because it's very light on the horror.
Yeah, a lot of people are like. It's weird how he's kind of shunned the genre that made him.
I don't know. I think he changed. Like I mean, his early stuff was very heavy into like dark fantasy, and then like I feel like in the 90s he kind of changed and grounded himself more in reality and like the supernatural aspects, which was still present in a lot of his stuff. It was just different. It was just like his writing style just kind of changed a little bit. I don't know. And that could just be the way he progressed as a writer, but
yeah, he's definitely not prolific.
No, definitely not. I mean, now he's publishes a book like every 6 or 7 years. Yeah. But I mean, he's got his hands, I think, in other stuff too. Like, I mean, he's doing film stuff, and for a while
he does like a painting a day or something too.
Yeah, he's also very And I think he's obviously into photography because like every single book that he's done that I've read has like a photographer in it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I liked it. But I could definitely see people not liking it.
Is that a library copy that you have there? Look like
No.
a shiny cover.
So like the bookstore that I get a lot of my used copies in, they do this with all their hardbacks. They put like the like this slipcover on it.
That's nice.
Yeah, the bookstore is amazing. It's I'm actually doing a book signing there in a week and a half.
When we're at Scares?
No, it's the 24th.
Oh, it's close.
Saturday the 24th, I'll be at Second. So if you're in the area, Second Time Books in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Be there from 10 to 2 with Todd Kiesling, Frank Edler, and my buddy JC Walsh will be signing some books. And then we're going to hit a brewery up afterwards. So if you guys want to party with us.
See, Jason can't go because it could possibly be Mount Laurel High Tower. And just with the association, he won't go.
Nope. I'm telling you, as soon as I see her, it scares. Diamond cutter. Boom.
You might get in trouble for that.
That would be weird and amazing.
All right.
What the hell did I read? Oh, this book by some idiot in the chat, Lutsky.
Oh, that hack.
Wow.
Yeah. Was it Of Foster Homes and Flies?
Oh.
I always get in my brain always reverses. Oh, look,
Do you mean this book?
a signed copy. Once again, I don't have
Jeez.
one of those.
It's not signed, but it was free.
But he just didn't sign it. It's a good stupping to you.
God damn it.
It's because he had to send it through like the fulfillment company. But to my defense, I love Chad Lutsky. We're going to double team on this one. He sent me one, and then I bought one. Not wrong one. Where is
That's
it?
Janine's book.
It's Janine's book.
He was upside down, too.
There it is. Skull face boy. So
So it was a buy one, get one.
buy
deal.
one, get one.
Oh shit, that was great.
Oh.
I got so many free books over here. They're full.
Yeah,
all
you,
over
you
the
know what?
place.
You know what? The book
Pile
sucks.
it up.
The book sucks. I don't have a signed
Wow.
copy. I don't have a copy. The hell with Chad. That's it. That's my review.
Dear
Boom.
Jack, I've always loved you.
I love that book, by the way.
I do too, actually.
It's amazing.
Chad's writing style is so exactly opposite of mine.
Yes, good.
Man, I can't believe I walked right into that.
Hey,
one.
Yeah, you really did.
Good for that
Jesus,
one.
that was just I lobbed that softball.
Nailed it.
Just the subjects he writes about, he's very grounded in reality, and my stuff is typically not. But I could just read his stuff all day. And I love that his books aren't like doorstops most of the time too, because I feel like he just cuts out the fat of the story.
He sent me so many books
Yeah.
that I actually am keeping doors open with them around my house.
So it's good stuff. I don't want to, I'm not even going to talk about it. It's what is it, 100 pages, 150 pages? I don't even
Well,
know.
let me just check
Short.
my copy here.
It's like 100.
It's
No,
like
it's 160,
It is.
Really?
Absolutely.
Okay.
159.
It's great.
Then there's-
It's a truly good story. I've had it for a while, and I don't know why I just started reading it this past weekend. I just crushed it in like 2 days. So
See, the comparison is, Jason, you are a master of writing characters that are snarky assholes. And Chad is a
thank you.
master at writing like broken, fucking lost people.
Yes, I also read this. So I read a book too. And Hunter, I agree with you. The guy, Chad must have some super duper trauma because this guy, I can now see where the Wormwood, what Tim brought to the table and what Chad did.
Tim
And
brought
all-
the title.
All the angst.
Chad did.
I actually didn't come up with the title.
Oh,
No.
shit, you didn't even do that?
Mm.
Did you get the dedication in at least?
all,
I wrote
all
a
the
couple
angst. All the angst comes from Chad. He really. This is a very simple and a brilliant premise. A kid's mother dies and he doesn't report it because he wants to be at a spelling bee, and that's all you need to know. Like, you listen. I loved Wormwood. I think it's phenomenal. You guys, this has a similar. It's a different device, but there's an aspect of you want to get to the end to see. With Wormwood, you have this like clock running kind of, and you're like, Jesus Christ, what's going to happen when they get to that time? And with this, there's a similar kind of thing. It's not a clock so much, but you were just dying to see where this is going. And it's a very simple story and brilliantly written. I really like this book. And you're right, it's a really quick read. So I second that emotion.
We have a question about which Lutsky should someone start with here. Farmer.
That was my first Lutsky.
I would say that one. That's his creature. So you should start with that.
Now, Jeremiah, his partner on Paleo Cheese, he can't get enough of this Skullface Boy. So I got some other books to read before this, but I've heard great things about this.
That's also a good one to start with too, Skullface Boy, because
Tim won't say it, but start with Wormwood.
Wormwood.
Oh, right.
I'm not about that.
I'm not going to start. I'm not going to say that. But
I just did.
Skullface Boy is also really good.
Skullface Boy is great too.
Signature Lutsky. So,
except not in Jack's book. There is no signature in that.
I'm gonna forge it.
Yeah,
dear Jack, you're my best friend.
I'll send you a picture of mine so you can copy it like precisely.
That's nice. All right, I'm going to finish with a book.
Go ahead.
I got a book. I'm sure Tim read this. Home Before Dark by Riley Sager.
I have not read a single Riley Sager book.
Dude, what the fuck?
I know. I've heard good things.
He's probably top 3 of my favorite authors right now.
Really?
What he does is he takes a horror trope, like The Final Girls, did that one. He'll do like a Rosemary's Baby kind of thing, and he'll make this realistic mystery out of it with elements of what you think is the supernatural. It's amazing the way he does it. So this one is Home Before Dark is a take on the Amityville Horror. So it's about this family that bought this, sunk all their money into this house, and within a month ran the hell out. Reported that it was haunted. The father wrote a book about it, became world famous, made a lot of money off of it. And fast forward to the daughter, who she has all this resentment to the house and how it's kind of screwed up her life and everything. And parents divorced after the whole thing, and now she's inherited the house. And she's one of those house flippers. So she's going to go back there and try to rebuild it and flip it and just get some cash out of it. But does not work out the way she planned. Really, such a good, tight mystery. Like you just never know. He's absolutely amazing. So you have to read Riley Sager.
He just came out with a new one too, right? Called Survive the Night. Was that him?
Survive the Night. Yeah. So I got to read that next. I don't know why it took so long to read this.
3 of his books. I'd have to look, but yeah, the guy is killing it on another level right now.
Yeah,
I'll have to check him out.
Him
All
and
right.
Mellerman.
Before we get to the main feature, I have one more movie I want to talk about because it pertains to the main feature.
Oh,
We are going to be talking about a werewolf whodunit.
Woof.
And this made me think of a movie I saw a long, long time ago that I had bookmarked to rewatch. So I rewatched it. It's called The Beast Must Die from 1974.
Oh, that's a Hammer movie, isn't it? Or
Peter Cushing's in it. I don't think it's Hammer.
Oh, I always thought that was.
It's got Blofeld. What's his name? I got Charles Gray is also in it. Calvin Lockhart is the main star. Yeah. So this is kind of a funny little footnote in horror history because it's a whodunit that the studio like imposed on the filmmaker a marketing tactic of they said, can you guess who the werewolf is? There's going to be a werewolf break at the end of the movie where you guess who you think the werewolf is, and then we're going to reveal it. They say this at the beginning of the movie, and you watch this movie, and it's
more fun than you think.
This rich guy invites all these people to his island where he has the whole it's bugged with these microphones and cameras, and he's got the whole place wired, and he's going to hunt. One of you is going to turn into a werewolf, and then the rest of the movie, and they're not very good at like misleading you or giving you many clues on people. It's not the most well executed whodunit in the world, but it's so funny because then, like with 10 minutes left of the movie or whatever, They stop and a 30-second clock. Like, who do you think the werewolf is? And then the rest of
I
the
love
movie
gimmicks.
unfolds. So I just thought I'd mention this, that if you want to go back in the annals of horror, check this one out, because also we always talk about werewolf movies. This is a good little footnote one. It ain't the greatest werewolf movie by far, but it's definitely noteworthy.
I'll watch anything with General Tarkin in it.
Yes. Peter
Very nice.
Cushing, the man.
And did I see Michael Gambon's name in there?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
Nice.
That's on
Oh.
Shudder right now, right?
I think I watched it on Prime, but it might be
Oh.
on Shudder too.
I thought I saw it on Shudder.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I kind of want to watch it.
You should. You should
It's
check it
worth
out.
it.
It's fun. So you've seen it, Hunter.
Oh yeah, a few times.
Dude, did you guess the right werewolf?
Not the first time, but on subsequent viewings, amazingly, yes.
That'd be funny if it changed. Like there's like different cuts.
Son of a bitch.
Wasn't there multiple endings to Clue?
Yes, there were. Choose your own ending.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's get to the main feature.
Woo!
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
Tim,
By the
tell
way,
us what you got.
Just quick, Chad threw in annals is now a drinking word.
Is that how you say it?
You said it right. If you go the other way, it's something different.
Yeah.
Exactly. Tim, tell us about Werewolves Within.
Werewolves Within. It's based off a video game, which I didn't know that until after I watched the movie and looked it up.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was based on that. I knew it had the same title, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't. Apparently it's a very popular game too.
If I knew, I wouldn't have watched it. Like if you tell me this is based on a video game, like that's good. See y'all later.
But it's a movie that stars Sam Richardson as a like, is he like a park ranger, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's getting relocated to this like town that's way out there in the snowy mountains, and he meets a couple quirky characters played by various people. One of them's the AT&T girl, who's phenomenal in this movie, by the way.
Yeah.
And so they basically get stuck inside this house, and one of them's a werewolf, and they have to try to figure out who it is. There's a werewolf within.
Well said.
And Tim, how'd you like it?
I really enjoyed this movie. It's different. I was kind of nervous about it because, you know, Josh Rubin's other movie, which he didn't write this movie, he just directed this movie. But his other movie, Scare Me, that we did on this podcast last year or earlier. Yeah, last year. It was, we were very split on it because of how experimental it was. And I was a little scared about that. But this one is different. There's actually stuff that kind of happens in it. It's not just like a telling story, but there's a lot of dialogue in this, which I was kind of surprised about. But the dialogue I found to be written very well and very well performed by the cast.
Snappy.
Yeah, great dialogue. I was laughing hysterically during most of this movie. Like it was so funny. And like I said, like the acting is so good. Like everyone did a great job, especially I know I'm gonna mess up her name. It's like Melina Barab.
Milana Weintraub, something like that. The AT&T girl who shot the hell out of us.
I don't really like referring to her as the AT&T girl because I'm sure she probably hates that. That's how she's.
Hey, it's made her a multimillionaire. So
I'm sure.
Embrace it.
I've seen her in a few other like small roles, and she's like a really good actress, and her comedic timing is like perfect.
Yep.
And she like stole this movie away, and Sam Richardson did a phenomenal job too. I really liked him in his role, and it was just a really clever, well written movie, and I really enjoyed it.
Did you just say that she's a multimillionaire based off commercials?
Dude,
God, yes.
she probably makes like
That would surprise me. Is she in that many
100,000.
commercials?
Her net worth is out of control. When you're one of these flow from Progressives was worth like 10, 15 million.
I got your message about the AT&T girl being in it, and I didn't even know how the hell you're talking about.
When you saw her, did you know?
No.
Huh.
No idea. I haven't seen a commercial in forever. Like I haven't had TV in so long. Like I just don't see ads.
Well,
you're fortunate.
She's the face of AT&T, man.
I suppose she's worth
still or like was.
Oh, it is. No. And she has a cult following because she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's like Hunter said, she's probably a millionaire just from doing those commercials.
She is.
Oh, good for her.
All right, Hunter, what did you think of this?
I will say this: if you dug The Wolf of Snow Hollow from last year, you're pretty much going to like this movie. Very similar. Werewolf in the backwoods town, lots of snow, bizarre. I like how they kept mentioning, like she kept mentioning, people in this town are really fucking weird. Like just driving it home.
Yeah.
And they were. Although it was a very sparsely populated town. Not many people there.
There was like 10 people there.
Yeah, maybe that's why they were nuts. I had a good time with this movie, and in fact, at one point I was, oh wait, somebody just hit a home run. All right. I thought it was a lot of fun. I laughed. I haven't laughed that much in a horror movie in a while because it was genuinely funny. Everybody was top notch in their performances, and even then when they were so like out of control, over the top, like the woman with the dog, her husband, I loved him. Yeah. Oh my God, he was so funny. He's such a slimy jerk. But yeah, I had a good time with that movie, and I like how it kept you guessing because you watch this movie, you're going to be like, is this really a werewolf movie or is this not a werewolf movie? Like, what the hell? And I don't care if there's a werewolf or not because I'm just having fun.
There's your similarity to Wolf of Snow Hollow.
Yeah, exactly. 2-0 American League.
Who hit it? Xander?
I didn't see. Sorry.
Jason?
This one, I'm like very middle of the road on this one. Which surprises me because of how much I liked Scare Me. I thought this guy's got some more money, bigger cast, but I think there were too many zany characters and they were all talking so quickly that I was having trouble hang on.
Couldn't focus?
And I was having trouble paying attention to everything everyone was saying. And honestly, here's the biggest thing, because I've complained about this with a lot of werewolf movies lately. They're all series. It's all who's the werewolf. Like all of these movies are the same thing. And I think just like I kind of hit my zombie peak a couple years ago, where I was just tired of them doing the same thing. It's kind of where I was at with this one. But the zaniness of it elevated above a lot of those other, werewolf mysteries. So it's not that I like actively dislike the movie, but I was just like, I could use like a normal guy in here maybe, or a few less insane characters. I don't know, but I thought it was fine.
So what you're saying is it was no American Werewolf in Paris.
I am looking forward to doing that again.
God almighty.
Not for pleasure though.
How did you like when there was gore? Did you like the gore in this movie?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Just want to make sure, do you prefer that other movie that he did? I won't even say the name. I don't want to give it credit over this.
Probably.
But what you were just saying, it seemed like you preferred Scare Me to this. Yeah. That's why I was making faces at you.
All right. Jack, can you cut him off the show?
I'm not running to like rewatch either one.
Button. It's not working.
There's a lot of talking in both, so I don't know that they're really movies I'm going to revisit all that often. I don't know.
Well, is anybody going to be surprised to know that I really like this movie a lot?
No.
This sucker was right in my wheelhouse. Sam Richardson, if you haven't seen Detroiters, one of the funniest shows that doesn't get any love. Veep, hilarious. He's watch on Netflix. I Think You Should Leave. Oh my God, the other guy from Detroiters, right? He is a small part. I'm so happy this guy's getting his time in the sun. He's so funny. He was also in Promising Young Woman.
Yes, that's right.
Melania Vaintrub
Yeah, sure.
Melania
Weintraub.
I'm so happy to see her getting a prominent role here. How could you not fall in love with her from this movie? I love the humor. I liked it so much. I thought Scare Me was okay. I didn't hate it like you did, Hunter. And Jason, I thought you liked it more than you should.
I mean, that's probably true.
It's the only movie I didn't finish for this show. The only one I have abandoned. Out of all the crap I watched.
I appreciated the performances in it and what they were trying to do. And the writer of this, her last name is Wolf. What's the guy who could this? What's his name? Josh Rubin?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're on their Mick Garris podcast this week. And they're great. And he's really funny and he's got the love. So it was good to hear that. So just bottom line here, as a werewolf movie, I thought, adding humor to werewolf movies, I think, is the best thing you can do.
Mm-hmm.
I love the is it a werewolf movie or not stuff that was happening. I thought that I liked the levity throughout the whole thing. Not everything landed at the beginning, but I thought it got stronger as it went. So, and I just kept waiting for the ending to fall apart, and then it didn't. I really liked the ending. So overall, I really like this movie a lot.
Did you like the look of the werewolf?
I didn't mind it.
I really didn't like it. It felt I was just very underwhelmed.
We should wait for spoilers for that, I think.
Well, you overstepped the spoiler bounds.
Well, until you just said that, you wouldn't know that as you were watching the movie.
Yeah, that's kind of like part of the movie.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Is there a werewolf
yeah,
or
that's
is there
fair.
not?
Well,
You just ruined the movie for everybody.
Great job.
Good job, jerk.
Where's that button?
Show's over. Thank God.
Get the score of the game.
Still 2-0.
Okay, so we probably can jump right to spoilers at this point. Well, let's just go around like, would you recommend it, and then we'll get to spoilers. Yeah,
I would. Yes, by all means.
I would too.
Jason.
Yeah, I think people should watch this. Yeah.
Okie doke, and I would clearly. So now, major spoiler alert.
Hey guys, there's a werewolf in this movie. Did you know that?
I actually was not sure that was going to be the case for a long time.
Yeah, actually, right up
Really?
until they showed the werewolf, I was like, nobody's a werewolf. Like, this is all.
Yeah,
I
thought there was somebody
thinking-
fucking around with them.
I kept thinking about you guys during the movie, and I said, if there turns out to not be a werewolf in this movie, I think people's heads are going to explode. And in the way they executed it, I thought was really well, because I was pretty sure there was going to be a werewolf because of certain things. When they did the woman has the typical Hollywood computer that's analyzing, inconclusive. Right there, it's like, all right, so the fur is inconclusive, and there was a few other little things that they did that I was like, if I am a betting man, there's going to be a werewolf here. But there was definitely a little stretch there. I was like, what are they going to do here? What are they going to do?
Well, that scientist brought an awful lot of equipment, and
a lot,
just the right equipment for what she needed to do.
Yeah, it's amazing how much analysis you can do on battery power.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's part of why I'm a little underwhelmed. I had no doubt the whole time it was a wolf, and I knew very early who it was. Like, as soon as I saw the claw marks on all the generators, and I'm like, oh, look, there's a knife. I'm like, a knife cuts through metal? Really? Is that how this works? So, like, from then on, I just assumed that
It could have been Wolverine. This could have been a Marvel movie.
It could have been Wolverine. So yeah, maybe that's part of why I was like, like I just was waiting for the reveal.
See, I didn't care because I'm just having too much fun laughing.
Yeah,
I was just going to say the same thing. I don't think
taken by that.
I don't think the whodunit part of it was as important to the enjoyment of it. But they did keep you guessing because they throw a whole bunch of red herrings at you right at the end. So.
Which is a particular fetish if you like having fish thrown at you. We can go into that next episode.
Yes.
I do agree that I thought it got stronger as it went. I think I also didn't recover from the kind of slow intro, but it definitely got better towards the end.
I thought the slow intro, though, was important to get the two characters bonding and make you rooting for them. And then there comes a point where when she says to him, there are such things as werewolf, but the girl that you thought was so crazy about you and like that doesn't exist. That was like my favorite line of the whole movie.
Yeah, that was a good line. I was like, oh, I hope she's a nice werewolf now. Maybe they could do like wolf cop sex. But
So
no.
I thought the werewolf effect was fine because it wasn't that important. It was good enough for what they were doing.
Yeah.
In a limited budget. Like how you don't need like the best prosthetic werewolf.
I mean, it was Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
That was very underwhelming to me.
It was no Project Metal Beast like transformation or anything.
I have not seen that yet. I have it for so bad it's good. I'm very excited to watch that.
Yeah, I think that was after a while. I was like, the horror part now. It's so in the back of my head. I don't care. I was just watching a movie that just made me laugh.
Yeah.
In this day and age, it's good to laugh.
That's the biggest thing for me. If I'm not laughing at a comedy, it gets a little tiresome, and I wasn't laughing the whole time. I laughed more as it went on.
Right.
So that's probably the biggest thing.
I think, Jason, you bring up a good point though, because you're either gonna get it's either your kind of humor or it's not. I don't know.
It's any comedy, yeah.
Right.
If you don't find it funny, it sucks. Not that I didn't find any of it funny, but and you were right. The two main people were great.
Yeah.
And now one of the things that the writer had said was that because of the video game, everybody in the video game is their job. So they're all dressed as what they do. So if somebody's a chef, they dress like it, whatever. So they said they wanted to make every character somebody that you could go out for Halloween as. So they were very like well drawn out, and they wanted every character to have a personality. And I think that's what helped this movie was every character was memorable and had something to contribute to it. Like you said, that the husband guy was hilarious. That crazy woman with the dog.
Yeah, oh my gosh, she was so funny.
Like the one guy with the long hair was really funny.
The redneck guys.
Yeah, the redneck guy.
And his wife. They were awesome too.
Yeah.
And I thought that was it. Like as you kept going, when they're all like locked in a lodge together and all that stuff's going on, it was kind of like Knives Out, but funnier.
Yeah.
Dude, by the way, I did not like Knives Out.
No?
I wanted to watch it so bad, and then it took a little forever, and I finally watched it, and I was like, oh, this movie's boring. I fell asleep like 4 times.
I enjoyed it. I don't think it's as good as everybody says, but it was
a little overrated.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah.
It's interesting hearing you say that about the video game. That explains then why the characters were the way they were. Because I'm watching, I'm like, Jesus Christ, the quirk. Like, it's so much. If you're adapting a property, I totally understand why you would have to do that.
Yeah, the way I looked at it was kind of like Clue, where just like the characters are so over the top and zany that was kind of the point.
She referenced Clue too. She said it's Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum.
They're
not like you'd never run into those people in real life.
God, I hope not.
But it's
that makes sense.
Movie.
But they got people who could really pull that off in short time. Like literally, it would take a couple of sentences. Like, oh, okay, we get it.
Yep. Yeah, the performances were great. I like the scene too when like the shit's going down. It's like, who here has a gun? And everyone just pulls out their gun.
But then they all throw them out a window. I was like, what?
Yeah, that made no sense.
I didn't understand that at all.
Well, didn't they say like nobody should have a gun?
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. What? People are being killed here.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. I don't know.
Then they did the Home Alone thing at the end where you remember the old guy from Home Alone comes and saves
with the shovel
Kevin when that trapper guy shows up.
Yeah,
but then he gets mauled. That was kind of cool.
Boy, he got a beating.
That was funny when he first goes up to his house.
I like the fact that because they telegraphed, you think, oh, the axe throwing. This is going to be how this movie ends. No.
Yeah, I was waiting for that to come back, and I thought that was a good job.
Yeah,
he just totally sucks.
The snowshoe is what came back around.
Oh, the friggin' snowshoe! Exactly.
Yeah. So, Wolf Hollow, different kind of humor. Is more like that oddball Fargo kind of
Fargo-y.
thing.
Yeah.
This is a little more zany. But that's okay. They all have their place.
I enjoyed it. thought it was good. We need more movies like this. I think
This is on my list for the top movies of the year at this moment.
Yeah, I'd have to say it's probably on there too for me. But like, we haven't really seen a lot of good stuff. So
Well, that's a good point. It is for me because I really like the movie, but we came out of the gate strong, and then kind of stalled.
I think October is going to be just like crazy for horror movies. I feel like there's a lot of stuff coming out, like new Halloween movie. Saw a couple other things that are going to be big.
I hope so.
Yeah,
well,
me too.
Next week we're not just going to do one movie. We're going to do 3 movies.
Excited.
Jesus Christmas.
So the Fear Street trilogy is the last episode is coming out on Friday. We are going to do all 3 Fear Streets next Tuesday.
You've seen 2 of them. Are they like an hour and a half? Please, dear God.
They're like 2. They're like 2 hours.
Hour 45 minutes.
Go fuck yourselves.
If my wife doesn't like the first one, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get these in.
She'll like the first one.
Well,
right.
that's got the Tim seal of approval, so you might as well tell her to go on vacation for a
Yeah,
few
it's
days.
over. One last thing about the werewolf. I really do hope we get more movies because I don't know. I feel like we don't get many that are good. We've talked about this many times, but just one that's not a mystery. Just one. I don't know why it always turns into that with these movies, but it does.
You want a werewolf first frame.
Yo, there's no mystery in American Werewolf for Paris. Like, she's a werewolf and she has werewolf friends.
You know what? You sold me on it. Let's go. What did we say? 325 or 225? We'll do that.
Yeah, right. What are we on?
225?
What fucking episode are we on?
215, I think.
Ooh, all right. 10 more episodes. Like
10 away.
3 months.
You know that's going to be like the biggest horror movie of the year is going to come out that week.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, 3 months. It'll be October.
Yeah. It's going to be the new Halloween movie.
That'll be like a December fill-in.
Yeah.
Nothing else out. There we go. Let's watch this piece of shit.
Tina likes American Werewolf in Paris because she has good taste.
Now I'm questioning Tina. Now I'm questioning.
Tina,
Now
come
I like
on.
Tina, but I'm questioning her. Everything
It's
right now.
far better than you remember.
No,
or maybe not. I don't know. Or maybe it's far worse than I remember.
It could be worse. Okay. Whatever. I'm ready. I'll do it.
Yeah, you will. You don't have a choice.
But first, I got to slog through 6 hours of Fear Street.
Fear Street,
You
baby.
should have been keeping up. You should have been
affinity
keeping
for.
up.
Should have been watching them. Yeah,
I've got things to do.
you got nothing to do.
Look, I'm multitasking now. Watching baseball and doing a podcast.
What's it? 2-0, 1-0.
Taking a shit on my couch. It's all working out.
Cut a hole in the couch.
It's still 2-0, Jack.
Okay, well let's call this sucker and get to the game.
Yeah.
All right, so thanks everybody in the chat. Thanks everybody for listening. Subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, and we'll see you next week. See you.
Bye.
Deuces.